Eat better without dieting by becoming an intuitive eater. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about becoming an intuitive eater and being mindful of what's on our plate. So if you've been struggling with maintaining a healthy weight or eating healthy consistently, even though you're following diets, or you're struggling with chronic diseases such as hypertension, heart disease, diabetes, the list goes on. So becoming an intuitive eater can dramatically improve your healthy eating habits. So there are a couple of principles to intuitive eating, but I'm only going to talk about 3 of them today just because we'll be here all day otherwise. So the first one is to eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full. Our body has hormones, hunger hormones and satiety hormones that signal, that send messages to the brain basically to tell us when to eat and to tell us when to stop eating. So it's just as it sounds, guys. So to eat, so stop eating as soon as you start getting full. So the second point is to understand the difference between physical hunger and emotional hunger. So physical hunger is when your body is basically telling you to eat. You're low on nutrients and your body is asking you to replenish those nutrients. So it usually comes in the form of a growling stomach, so your stomach will be rumbling, and then you might also be fatigued because you're low in energy, and physical hunger usually goes away after you've eaten. So it's also not specific at all in that you can eat any food and your body will be satisfied with what you have given it basically. And then there is emotional hunger, which is eating food in response to how you feel. So this can be feelings of joy, feelings of sadness, any feeling whatsoever, but you're basically eating in response to your emotions. So this is completely normal. It's only detrimental if it's consistent for long periods of time. So emotional hunger can be in the form of cravings usually. So if you're craving a specific food, that's a sign of emotional hunger. Or let's say you're using food as a reward. So you've had a long day at work today or college or wherever, and you're coming home to treat yourself to a tub of ice cream. So that's a sign of emotional hunger, in that your body isn't demanding that you eat ice cream. That's just how you feel basically. So the third point is to stop dieting and eat what you want. So this is often quite difficult for a lot of people because there is a lot of fear around weight gain, and I suppose the first thing people say when you ask them to stop dieting is, what about my weight? There is a lot of fear around weight gain, and I suppose a lot of people associate weight loss with finding happiness and finding love and being more beautiful, gaining respect and attention, and I suppose the key question is, that at what cost? So in the past, where you have followed a restrictive approach to weight loss, or where you followed a diet plan, was that diet plan actually effective at helping you to achieve your goals? And then what did it cost you? So, and I mean cost in the sense of mentally, emotionally, socially, physically. What did it cost you to achieve the goal? So guys, that being said, intuitive eating doesn't mean that you can eat absolutely recklessly or just eat a lot of junk foods and processed foods. The point is to not have a fear of food, but rather to feel comfortable and safe around food. So you should be in control of the food as opposed to the food being in control of you. So I suppose it's just it's a behavior focused approach as opposed to a rule focused approach. So guys, you can only become an intuitive eater by being mindful of what's on your plate. So every single meal, at least let's say 90% of your meals should be healthy, balanced and nutritious. So in terms of what a healthy plate should look like, I really like the American Healthy Eating Plate because it just it's very visual in showing you what a healthy plate should be. But for more detailed, specific information, the Food Pyramid provides way more information. So I'm just going to touch on a few points here as to what should be on your healthy plate. So let's first talk about cooking oils. So you definitely want to focus on using healthy cooking oils such as canola oil, olive oil, sunflower oil, and you want to limit your intake of butter and trans fats in general. So like, you know, baked goods, pizzas, mayonnaise, salad dressings, and whatnot. And then I suppose the key thing with oils is that just because the oil is considered healthy doesn't mean that you can eat as much as you can without any consequences. So oil is a food that is ridiculously high calories, with just 1 tablespoon of oil containing about 120 calories, so which is quite a lot. So you still want to be mindful of the amount of healthy cooking oil that you choose. The next food group that I'll talk about then is the veggies. So the more colorful your plate is, more than likely the more healthy your meal is going to be. So the more veggies and salads and fruits that's on your plate, the healthier your meal is. So you definitely want to aim to get at least 5 to 7 servings of fruits and veggies every day, and you all know that potato fries don't count as a serving. And then you definitely want to choose whole grains and whole wheat foods instead of the more processed and refined options. So where possible, choose whole wheat pasta instead of white pasta, whole grain bread instead of white bread. Personally, I always use whole wheat pasta, and I always use whole grain bread as well. Sometimes I do use white bread depending on the recipe that I'm making, but most of the time I'm eating whole grain bread. And I suppose second lastly, if you're not following any diet that is restricting you from eating animal foods, you definitely want to choose lean meats and poultry as opposed to the more salty and processed alternatives, so like bacon and sausages and ham. You want to choose oily fish and nuts and eggs as well. Then I suppose last but not least, we want to drink water. So I might dedicate a whole other episode to water, because a lot of people are drinking way too much water for their body weight. But where possible, you want to choose water instead of juices and other sugar sweetened beverages. So guys, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned a thing or two. I hope you found it very informative. And if you liked this video, please leave a comment below. And if you're new to my channel or you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to watch more videos. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye guys.